He married my sister, now we're living together. We are roommates in law.
Hello.
Tom?
Good afternoon, Timothy.
Good afternoon, Tom.
Evening. I believe it's evening.
5:05, is that evening?
Yeah, it counts. Well, it depends on when you woke up, because as we know,
It's true. It's not morning time for
morning
me right now.
is the
It's
3 hours after you wake up.
3 hours after you wake up. Doesn't matter when you wake up, folks. That's morning
I just
time.
got out of morning.
Did you? Nice.
I
Welcome
slept
to
till 11:30 today.
welcome to early afternoon.
Could
11:30.
not sleep last night.
Anxiety got your ass?
Little bit of anxiety. It's all anxiety, actually. That's
Right.
all it was.
Are you a tosser and a turner?
Yeah, and then I'm tossing, then I'm turning the TV on.
See, that's where I think a big problem is, Tom.
A huge problem.
Can't
But
get
I justify it. I'm in that weird delirium where you can't fall asleep, and I go, well, I'm not going to sleep anyways. Might as well toss the TV on. Maybe I fall asleep with it on, which is the case last night.
Well, I get
Watched
it into
about
my
half
head.
A half episode of The Office.
And that put you right back to sleep?
Yeah.
Must have been the later episodes.
It was, yeah.
Andy was the boss.
manager.
Speaking of Andy, we're not even roommates.
Andy, we're not even brothers-in-law.
We're good friends, though.
Great friends.
Back friends doing a
I
pod.
had a little friends dinner last night.
Those are few and far between, but boy, do I love those.
I know.
Aren't those just so much
I got there
fun,
late,
Tom?
left early. It was perfect.
That is kind of, I was envious of both of those.
Yeah.
I was there for 7 full hours.
Late, I did feel bad about. Because this is one that I consciously was trying to get there on time.
Well,
Got
you're
kinda fucked.
city car Tom, and it's kicking
Well,
your
I would
fat
like
ass.
to bring something up, and this is a little bone. I'd like to nominate my good friend Tim Smith for Zero of the Week, honestly.
Oops.
Yeah.
Thought I was about to get Hero of the Week, folks.
No.
Why?
Because
I hit you. Because I hit you with some truth.
You hit me with an old New Orleans curse.
I did.
You witch.
I know. I do have a little stuffed thing of your car, and I've been poking little holes in the tires.
Yeah,
a little
dude.
voodoo
Writing
curse.
little mini tickets and putting them on the windshield.
Well, I built a ton of them and just made a bunch of traffic, and I put your car right in the middle.
Last pod, when it worked. Last pod, I was talking about how it really has not been too stressful having a car in the city, and Tim goes, "Oh, you're gonna eat those words." And then literally next day, first parking ticket in a spot that I've parked plenty of times before. The day after, I guess school season started.
School season?
School season.
Is that what it's called? School?
The school year.
The school year. Okay, yeah. School started.
School season makes more sense.
But it's the school year. School started.
Yeah, but it's not even a year.
Well, I've never heard it called school season.
But why do they call it a year?
Because it's like the school year.
But it's not a year.
Well, it's the school month. Well, I mean,
It's only like 9 months. Summer's the other 3
basketball
months of the year.
season.
Yeah.
Football season.
No one says
school
football year
season.
for the next 3 months.
Well, they say fiscal year.
Because that's 12 months.
Yeah, but it's different.
School year makes no sense. It's school 9 months.
The school year started. Yeah. School season. No, school
We just
season.
picked a different time.
It's just
That's
not hitting them.
Yeah, I have school hour in a second.
Got to hit my school. No, but school, I like school year better. Maybe I'm just a...
Because we're used to it.
Yeah, I'm just a man of tradition.
See, here's the thing is I'm always thinking a little differently.
You are kind of like, dude, you and Steve Jobs. It was just you guys
Think
thinking
different.
differently, dude. Take a bite of that apple, folks. Don't be scared to get out there. Think a little differently.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
About
Oh,
how
yeah,
I
got
was
a parking
correct
ticket
about your car.
right after you, and then I'm getting like comically bad things are happening in my car. So I got parked in the other day, which is whatever. That happens around here a lot because this is kind of hilarious. On Mondays and Thursdays, and then Tuesdays and Fridays, one side of the street is 11 to 1:30. You can't park.
See,
Or 12
that's
to 1:30.
that. What you said right there makes I would kill myself.
I know, I'm already getting
I can't do
stressed
that.
about it. But so what people do in this neighborhood, because I think everyone's like, fuck this, everyone just double parks on the other side of the street for an hour.
And just waits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But leaves their car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that happened to me, but then they didn't move their car after the allotted period, and I had to go. So then I had to take the train. And I was counting on taking the car, so now I'm running a little late. Anyway, so then I get the car into Manhattan, and I found this parking spot. So I was staying at the ladies. Then I go, wow, this parking spot is there's no time. I could leave it there till next school year.
Yeah, the Oasis. I could leave it here till school season starts. That is the Oasis in the desert, Tom.
Oh, it was crazy.
That's not water.
I find it, and it's like it's on the edge of a construction zone. That's why no one's parked there.
Brutal.
So I parallel park into there. I'm getting kind of unreal at parking, and I go to our dinner yesterday. I go to grab the car. I got to leave the perfect spot. And I get there. The construction workers have just put construction stuff around my car. There's just like a lot of cones and like a loose hard hat.
That is almost 2 on the nose.
Right, that was like, I was like, this is like Tim is playing a prank on me.
That is made
like
up.
You followed me and you were like, hey guys.
I did toss each of those guys a cool Hamilton. I was like, hey, just fuck with this guy's
It
Mazda.
would have been a 20, but I just.
I'm trying to cut
times are
back.
tough,
Trying
so-
to cut back on my pranks on Tom.
I've been spending so much money on car
Way
pranks.
too much cash on Tom.
Do you know
pranks.
how hard it is to bribe a ticketing officer to write someone a ticket?
That is insane. There's just like a big pile of like cement on top of your
You know
car.
what it was? And this was the only thing that was like, it was like really heavy to have to move, so they did move it for me. It was cones, but then one of the cones had like all the extra rubber padding stacked on it.
Yeah.
Probably weighed 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so I kind of was like, hey, can I just move this stuff? And they all look at me like, you're so annoying.
Why'd you park here?
Because it's
Everyone else knew not to park
it's
here.
an oasis. You know, you guys ever been in a desert before?
Because you see it from a long way away, and you're like, "That's water." But then you get close, and you're like, "That's
no,
a
I'm not thinking
construction
oasis.
zone."
That's mirage. That's a mirage.
Oh, that's a mirage. Oh, that is true. Wait,
Oasis
an
is
oasis
real.
is the good. That's just
It's
like the water
actually
is
water
there.
in the desert.
Yeah, you saw a mirage in the desert.
Yeah, but it was true. It was right. I could park there.
Yeah, but that
But then
wasn't
the
water. That's
construction
just
workers
dirty
were
water.
like, guess what? This was half mirage.
Sorry,
half
dude.
Oasis.
Most of this is wet cement.
Yeah, so
We
they
hate
put
you.
a bunch of stuff. So then I had to like, I just felt weird. Because then do you help them move the stuff?
No.
That feels a little performative.
No.
Where I'm like, I'll move this cone.
So I don't want to get sweaty. I kind of like it's a new shirt.
I'm going to dinner with my friends. I'm going to be late.
Friends in town. Don't want to fuck
And
it up.
I've just hit the worst traffic since you said that. So thank you so much,
It's
dude.
not a curse. None of this is a
Appreciate
curse.
you. It's a curse.
It's just city cars are nonsense, poopy pants. You can't do them here.
Well,
They're gonna hurt you more than they help
I'm
you.
doing it.
You're gonna get hurt so many times.
I'm ready to be hurt.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
You're just back on the market, ready to get your heart broken again.
I'm back, dude.
Just hit the dang train.
I'm so mad at you.
Why?
And then I was sitting in traffic the other day. I was behind a cab. This is kind of awesome because I was writing down. I think I was texting you in traffic. I was like, I'm mad at you, by the way.
Yeah, that you were texting
And then
me.
a cab was in front of me. Cab door opens. First off, my first thought is always like, I did something that pissed him off. He's gonna come shoot me.
Wait, the cab driver or the guy in the cab?
Driver.
Oh, okay. I
Door
was like,
opens.
that'd be wild.
We're in like standstill traffic, like several lights going through, green, red, no one moving,
People just honking though.
honking.
Just honking.
And cab driver door opens. He leans out, pukes on the street, and then shuts the door again. And I was like, this city is hell.
That guy, because it sucks for that guy, because he can't. There's no one to call out to. He's sick as a
No.
dog,
It's his job.
but he's like, I got to pay for this
It's his
medallion somehow.
Yeah.
This thing was $300,000. I got
I'm
scammed
indebted
by the
to
city of New York
Yeah.
for a dying industry because Uber came over and fucked us all.
Yep.
Shout out to Uber though. I use you every single day.
I'm an Uber One member. Actually, I get weekly discounts.
Just deleted my account because I noticed that they were scamming me. You know, you look
It
at
is
your
kind of a
Uber,
ripoff, huh?
your Uber One savings at the end of the year. It's like you saved $4,000 this year. I was like, no, I did not.
No, I spent
Yeah, I did.
$43,000.
I did not save that much
Yeah.
money here. They just jacked the prices up. Tom, we were ordering burritos from this little place by our apartment.
Oh,
and I was
Uber
like,
Eats.
Uber Eats, because
I'm
you're
not a
an
big
Uber
Eats
One.
guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're eating too much.
I know.
It's like gross.
You can't eat within the city.
I'm eating all the time
There's
in the
too
city.
much food around here, though.
I know, but none of it is readily available when I'm on my couch. I'm in my undies, Tom. I'm not leaving.
Can't walk down the street for a Rito. I got to pay a $13 delivery fee.
Dude, it's embarrassing how close this Rito house is, and we have ordered them a lot. And every time the guy delivers it, he looks at us like, come on, dude.
He's like, I thought you were going to be paralyzed when I showed
And I
up.
was like, hey, thanks so much, dude. He's like, you didn't even tip that well. But the burritos on Uber One are $16. You go to the little website, they're $12.
Yeah.
So Uber One's not even saving you.
I have been doing this. Because I'll look on DoorDash, and then I used to order pickup on DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
because it's so easy. You got all your info in there, whatever.
Bippity boppity.
Then you look, and the prices are more expensive on DoorDash. You can just call the restaurant and do an old-fashioned pickup order.
Yeah.
Haven't done that in a dog's age, but I just did it at Rosie's Pizza around
Feels
here.
good.
I called. I go, hey, how much is it? And he was like, $17. And I was like, what the fuck?
You're looking at DoorDash's
22
clams.
Yes.
Fuck these people.
I hate you guys.
Don't tell me about my savings Uber One.
Well, also, here's the thing I noticed Uber doing that I have an issue with, and I did write them email, and no one has gotten back to me. Mr. Uber, I'm looking at you.
Come on, dude.
They will say, so you know you get Uber Cash, like
Oh,
via
God.
reward or whatever?
Absolutely.
So it's, let's say you got 6 clams sitting in your Uber Cash. Yeah, I mean, you're like, wow. I'm
Been there so many times.
My money is so diversified, it's insane.
Got my little offshore account over here.
Yeah, in Uber Cash. So I guess I had like $6 in there or whatever, and I go to call an Uber from the airport, and it says $25.
Sure.
I'm like, great. Call the Uber, whatever. I get the receipt and email. It's like $31.
They went the other way on your Uber.
And I was like, what do you mean? And then I look, and it's showing me the price after my Uber Cash has been used. That is...
I mean, absolutely
that is,
not.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Scam.
Unethical.
Unethical.
That's unethical because it's not the price.
The word you were looking for is misleading.
It's misleading as hell. 'cause
Folks.
The price was not $25. It was $31. It's just you got a gift card for 6 of those.
Well, they really ram it into your cram hole because you're thinking this is $19.
Yes.
You're going, oh, this is $19. This is a great deal. It's actually $31. You're going, what?
It's so fucked.
The $12 swing
It's
is
a $12
crazy.
swing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's mean and it's mean-spirited, honestly.
I was so angry.
Yeah, fuming the entire way home.
Yeah,
Right?
I asked for a refund.
I wish I would. I do. We talked about this the other day. I do want to hail a cab, and I don't want a new, cool-looking modern cab. I want an old, shitty
Yeah.
90s cab.
Yeah.
Because that's all you see that in New York. I want to have my little New York cab experience.
I love a New York cab experience.
I want to run to the road, wave my finger, have somebody
Have you called
pull
the cab
over.
since you lived here?
Never.
Really?
Do you do it on an app? I want to wave
No,
my
I do.
hand.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh, I've never done that.
In Manhattan all the time. If you're on Park Avenue, there's still taxis everywhere.
You'd be surprised how little time I spend on Park Avenue. You'd be surprised how little I have
you take Ubers
to
from the
do
West
on
Village.
Park Avenue.
But you take Ubers from the West Village.
Do I?
You have.
Have I?
I've seen you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You called one when we were sitting at the olive tree one time, and you said Uber's here.
Oh, right. Yeah, but that's always at like 2 a.m, and I get a little scared
Of a cab?
of going out and doing the whole. But
Come
also,
on.
those are like tiny little neighborhood streets. I want to be out where I'm like, hello. And I also want to be
What
really.
do we have to do? Do we have to like orchestrate this for you?
I think so,
We
yeah.
plan it? Hey, this
I
is
think-
Tim's big cab day.
I think we need to write a movie and get it funded by a major backer,
Okay.
and then just write that scene into it.
And then it's not even real. You're doing it on
It's
set.
just B-roll that I want to do.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to do, folks. I want to run out to the street pretty exasperated,
Yeah.
and I want to hail the cab, and I want to get in and sit in the back and go, just drive, man.
I think you want to go through a breakup.
No. Let me put this out here very definitively. That is not what I want.
No, I don't.
That would ruin my life.
That's the scene you're giving me.
Or when you want to know what I'm thinking. You're not going to believe the movie I'm about to reference.
Michael Clayton.
That is correct, Michael
Incredible.
Clayton. He gets in the back after the big climax of the movie. I don't know if he says just drive, but he just sits in the cab for a while, and I want to get in a cab pensively.
Well, that always pisses me off in movies. They do that a lot. They'll get in a cab without showing them saying where they're going.
I also want
Where the
to.
fuck is that cab going?
He's cruising. He's cruising.
Well, I think they made fun
Meters
of that
on.
in some movie. I forget what. I think it's How to Be Single. Maybe she gets in very like rom-com-ish, and says something along the lines of "just drive." And I think the driver's like,
Tell me where you.
"I don't know where the fuck you're going."
Yeah.
I
Or
think
no,
that's the movie. I'm
it's
thinking of.
always just take me home.
Yeah. Oh wait, that might be in Mindy Project.
Is it? Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Because that's a great trope.
It's,
Just take me
you
home.
know what I'm talking about? It's a woman. I think it's either Mindy Project or How to Be Single.
Yeah, I don't know
have
where the
great
fuck
taste,
you live.
you guys.
I don't know who you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
I also just want to say
We should just film
2
ourselves doing
streets. I just want to say 2 streets.
That's what you do.
You just get but I want to get in and just be like
Lexington and
49th and Park,
Exactly.
and then
Oh,
just
you
take
say
off
random ones
and
then
see
you
if it
get out
works.
and get in a new one. You're like, I'm actually nowhere near where I need to go. But that was cool.
Took a
as hell.
swing. Didn't work.
It was awesome.
So late now. Friends dinner's gonna suck. I should have drove. 22nd and Ave. Just see if that hits.
Yeah, Av.
Av.
Yeah, I think it would work. He's like, oh, you must mean A.
He's like, I'm just gonna take you to an abandoned warehouse and kill you.
Yeah, how about that?
Shout out to The Bone Collector, another great movie that Tom hasn't seen.
Don't know that one.
Must not be a Denzel fan.
Bone Collector was what they called me in college.
Let's go, dude. That's what they called your butthole in college.
There we go.
Come on. Shout out to Greg Kennedy.
Greg
folks.
Kennedy. Wait, what is it? Cockpit. This looks nothing like my asshole. Did I tell you that I kept doing that joke after him on those shows?
No.
He would do it, it would crush, and then I'd get on stage and also do it. Because I'm like, sorry, I love that joke. I'd like to tell
Did it crush?
One of the times. Well, I kept trying to tell it in a disguised way.
Oh.
Where I would try to find, I'm like, I was watching the Republican National Convention, and I was like, Republican National Convention, this looks nothing like my asshole.
Right.
And people were not, they were like, wait, what was that?
Yeah, that's one that's like 3 layers too deep for them to understand
Because I'm
what
like,
you're
no,
doing.
a bunch of closeted gay Republican men are having sex with me.
also, Greg is
but
my
it's a
friend.
callback to that joke.
Because I was paying homage to my friend. I'm not stealing. Anyway.
The only time it crushed is when I just told it word for word the same way he did. People are dumb.
The only time it worked is when I stole it verbatim.
Yeah.
My little twists never seem to work out very well. Tom, what do you think about this?
What?
I experienced this recently. You know when you have a person in your life, a friend, a relative, whatever.
Yeah.
And they have crossed a certain line that you deem they're either like...
What did I do?
No.
Oh, God, just say it.
You have like a friend or a relative or like a podcast co-host that just continually misses the mark. But like you've chosen that they've crossed a certain line in your life, and now you misinterpret everything that they do as crossing that line again. And you can't really decide, is this a normal interaction or am I being annoyed because I've already decided that this person's gone too far? Is that making sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
now I do know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, if you have an aunt who's like always being like a little condescending
100%.
to you, or like kind of has always been like tossing little shots at like what you're doing with your life, and then they finally go like, "So how's New York?" And you take
go,
that as like
it's fucking good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Cheryl,
leave me alone.
Yeah,
but she's like just probably
it's
trying to be
a genuine
nice.
question.
Yes,
100%. I think we talked about this once. What were we? It was my roommate, but you can use this example for like identity politics. You know, you meet someone, and if you know they're a Republican or something,
oh right,
you view everything they're doing through that lens.
Or it's like, yeah, because you're a Republican crazy person.
Exactly, but it's like that might not have been something that pissed you off, but
it's actually like a legitimate concern. You're like, yeah, that chicken sandwich probably shouldn't be $24.
Yeah,
but I know that I think you're blaming Biden for it
and immigrants.
Yeah,
so I'm mad at you now. Yeah.
So I've been having that experience recently with somebody in my life, and I'm like, okay, this person comes up there and is like, hey, what's up, dude? I'm like, hey, what's up, dude?
Fucks up.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you what's up. And they're just trying to be polite and nice. And you have to just recalibrate the way your brain is wired. Is this hitting for you at all, Tom?
Well, yeah, but I'm so far on your side here that I don't know what the solution is.
Well, my cue is once that person crosses the threshold
of
whatever it is,
can they go back?
Can they go
I
back?
think what we're looking for is forgiveness here.
Well, not forgive, because it's like a rewiring of how you interpret this person. Can they go back?
Yeah, because I think there's like it's clocking it. Well, it's just like it's the same way where like this is like a therapy thing, but it's like when it's not like you solve. Let's say you're triggered. Your anxiety is triggered by a certain thing. Knowing that is not going to fix it, but you can clock it and recognize the source of your anxiety, and maybe start to figure out what's really going on and what you're really feeling. And so this is the same kind of thing where I think the first step is clocking that you are interpreting everything this person is doing as negative, and trying to figure out why you're doing that.
Well, here's the
and,
big cue.
and trying to look at it objectively. And I think the more times you do that and you do clock it correctly, then you start to retrain yourself.
See, I would just rather cut off contact completely.
Yeah, that's the other option. And that is a good option.
I would just
I've been unable to do that with anyone ever in my life, but I would love to.
I don't know if I want to do that much work.
Oh, come on. It's fun to feel like you're making progress.
Hey, I'm making my little progress.
See what you're doing right now?
Hey, don't talk to me about my progress, Tom.
You always bring up
You're just
progress.
coming at my progress, dude. I feel like, and I've never really encountered, once the threshold has been crossed, I don't know if that person ever comes back over the line in any way that feels real or genuine.
What you're describing is the phrase, you're dead to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a certain aspect.
Yeah.
I can be cordial and nice with you, but deep down,
It's not cordial or nice.
you're dead to me.
Yeah.
But it does take a long time to get there. You give people long ropes.
Do you?
Don't I? Uh-oh. Don't tell me the truth right now, Tom. I'm not ready for it.
don't
Not on
know.
camera.
Well, no, I don't think that you're...
I give people long ropes.
But I think there's certain people... Maybe it's not
give
as
myself a
drastic
short
as
rope,
this.
if you know what I'm saying. Because you
Is that-
hang from a short rope.
Oh, I thought it was a masturbation thing for
It's
some
a
reason.
suicide joke.
Nice.
Yeah, so what were you saying?
Anyways, maybe we cut now and do our mental health check-in.
Anyway, yeah, subscribe to the Patreon.
I think why I said you don't give people a long rope is I think we're thinking of different because I'm thinking of this from like a quick social interaction situation where somebody has said something that I interpreted as shitty, and now I'm like, that's always how I'm going to view you. Now going the relative route or someone where you have like a more lasting relationship.
I'm talking about somebody
where the
that's
long rope.
I'm talking, somebody that's hit several foul balls that hit you right in the head.
Okay, yeah.
And you're going like, I can't take
Because there's also
many
the
more
people,
of these.
especially like in our place of work, that like I'm like, well, one time you bumped me off your show, and I'll never forget that. You know?
Yeah. That's an immediate you're dead to me. I'm talking about somebody that's been in your life.
Yeah.
And they keep doing this thing, and it's finally that's the way you view this person forever now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think giving yourself some grace here. If you are truly giving them repeated chances, and they're just
Tomfoolery.
hitting you in the nuts with the baseball bat instead of swinging at the pitches, it's eventually maybe you do cut them off.
But then should I have just said like, "Hey, stop hitting me in the nuts"?
Probably.
But we're never going to do that.
Oh, so you're letting it.
But why would we ever do
You're
that?
getting hit in the nuts and saying, "I'll see you at Christmas,"
Yeah.
hugging them goodbye.
Another 10 out of 10 experience. See you soon. Limping home like
Can't have kids.
my nuts hurt so bad from that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Okay, so
maybe.
I think there's a lot to be learned here.
Oh God, I don't
Yeah.
want. I'm tired of learning
No, what have you learned?
so much. What have we learned here, folks?
I haven't learned a new thing in 12 years.
What? Yeah, you have. You haven't learned.
No, I've learned, but I'm not learning at like an exponential rate.
You learned recently that Tim is right about city cars.
No, I've learned that Tim has an evil demon inside of him.
You learned that years ago.
True, but I didn't know that witchcraft was part of the demon's skill set.
Yeah, you didn't know that it turned into like tangible magic.
I always knew that Louisiana. I didn't think you could actually tap into that Louisiana voodoo if you weren't born there.
No, it's just it's a time thing.
And if you spend the majority of your
I spent
life
enough time there where it's
got it in
you get it. You get grandfathered in.
there, God, it's fucked up.
It's not bad.
I want it.
That's why we never let you into our bedroom. We have this whole thing.
And I was always trying to get in there.
Tom is always just clawing at our door.
Let me get in their bedroom.
Let me see your fucking bed.
Come on. The couch is uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
Is it?
I really
I
hate
slept
that
well
couch.
on that couch once.
Here was the problem.
I've only slept on it once. I wasn't like, and the other 10 times sucked. No.
We got in, we made it, we were, you get into the new apartment, we made some hasty decisions.
Well, you do just want to have it set
You
up.
want to have it, but you want it done.
And the couch fit.
Couch fit.
Looks good.
Lizzie wanted an L.
And it looks good.
Toss the L in there.
Turns out the whole couch was an L.
Brother, let's absolutely go. God, that's big. But then now we got a little. I sent you a photo of this accent chair.
Sick.
I mean, folks, the apartment is looking crazy good.
It's like a burnt orange.
No, it's a yellow.
Oh, burnt yellow.
Yeah.
But like rustic looking. Rustic, vintage,
What am I looking for? Suede?
velvet.
Velvet?
I think so.
It's the thing where you rub it and it like changes
It's
colors.
like this.
Ish, yeah.
But actual like nice.
Yeah, and it's like 70s. It like kind of absolutely slaps.
It's nice. It looks comfy, and you just found it on the streets.
Found it. People were bringing it out. And I said, what's going on with that?
And they said free 99.
Free 99. Said it's clean. We just can't bring it.
Wow.
And I said, it's mine now.
And you walked home with it? How heavy was this thing?
Brother, 6 blocks with that thing really started to hurt.
I would have loved. I wish you could have called me for help. I would have shown up, and then I could have just driven next to you and filmed the whole thing.
I was about to say, you would have never shown up.
With the car? Yeah, whatever. I'm a 9-minute drive away from you.
Tom, if I called you out of the blue and said, hey, Tom, I found a chair, you would hang up immediately.
No. Not if I was out here. Here's the thing, Tim. If you called me and said I need some help deciding if I want to move the chair, I'd go call someone else.
Call someone else.
If you were like, I know you have a car. I'm not a big love language person, but if you're getting into that, acts of service is my whole thing.
You do always make yourself.
I want to try to help when I know I have something that like I have a car. That's useful.
I
can
can
help
do this.
here.
Yeah.
Like that, 100%. I would have loved to.
But I mean, I was 6 blocks away. I can toss a chair over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Show these people in Ridgewood what an actual man looks like.
Finally.
God, they haven't seen one in 37 years.
No, you're the only person who lives there without a blue-collar job. He doesn't own a storefront that they have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to stock.
I am kind of the king of walking around at 1 p.m. and people are like, he just woke up. This is what gentrification
Dude,
looks
I caught
like.
a look at myself in the mirror today in the coffee shop.
It's crazy looking sometimes.
Dude, I mean, it was 12:05. I'm getting my first coffee of the day. And I'm like, I catch myself in the mirror. My hair is like literally like this over my eyes, and I'm like wearing a t-shirt and sweat shorts.
Doing Americano.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll do a cold brew. People are fully like through their workday in there, and I'm like, God, dude, get yourself together, or at least explain to everyone that you work at night.
I'm a night worker.
I could just go table to table. Take your headphones out for a second.
I look
Can
like
you- hey.
I look like shit for a very logical reason.
I'm actually like, I'm not doing that poorly.
Everything's fine. My rent's paid, so my landlord and I are like chill. They're like, please.
The
please
security
leave us
deposit
alone.
was a little bit late, but it got paid. All right.
No, dude, I do that too. I'm working, and people are like sweaty and like, you can tell they've been working hard all day.
Dude, especially around when you, that is the worst person to see is the people stocking the bodegas. Because I'm like, you own this place. You put your heart and soul into this place.
Working your
and I'm
ass
trying
off.
to scoot by so I can get a little iced coffee for myself.
And I've also considered at this same bodega, I'm like, I could steal a lot from this place. I could put a lot of this in my pocket and go home because I haven't gentrification like is bad.
Yeah.
Me in this neighborhood, I see all these little signs around. It's like stop colonialism, and I'm like, but the person who put that sticker on the mailbox
stink.
was the most annoying white
yeah.
chick you've ever seen. Love you guys, but you have to see the irony there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it is bad what we're doing though.
But I really like my neighborhood.
Me too.
I'm
I
staying.
don't like my neighborhood. I like your neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm staying.
Sorry, he's
not
the king of
kicking me
Ridgewood
out.
now.
That election got a little election is in quotes. By
I
the
know.
way.
Yeah.
That coup got a little
colonizer.
hasty. I'm just over there, just overthrowing democratically elected leaders in Ridgewood.
How did I believe Kendrick Lamar once said, "You're not a colleague, you're a fucking colonizer."
No, that was about my good friend, but it was kind of about our whole crew.
It was kind of about you too.
It was kind of a
Kendrick
sneaky
was
little
talking
shot.
about Drake in public, but he was also like, this one also kind of goes out to Tim Smith.
Yeah,
for
it was
doing
like
what he's doing to
looking at
Ridgewood.
Drake, but he
Yeah.
was kind of like,
He's like, Tim, I know you're
side-eyeing
gonna
me
hear
a little
this.
bit too.
Yeah.
Which, Kendrick, you and I have always been cool, and I tried to squash the beef with you several times, but he decided to come out with bangers instead of talking to me directly which
Yeah.
whatever inspires your art, my guy, I'm cool with.
Do what you got to do, buddy.
You know?
You can take some shots at us. If you want to come on the pod, finally, also, we're open to that.
Wait till we get the cream sheets, though.
Oh, yeah, we're getting cream curtains up.
Cream City. Hey, we do have to talk about this because we talked about this the
Oh,
other
we
day.
had a big meeting. We had a big business meeting on Monday.
Oh, my God. So much
Me and
business.
Tim, business lunch with my manager.
Showed up late.
Well, we both did.
Wasn't that late, though.
No. I got there before you, which I was pretty pumped about.
And I was like, fuck. How?
I wasn't supposed to either. I think if we went to the original place, you would have beat me.
Oh, I was circling the block.
Oh, yeah.
I had been there.
I was kind of shocked that you were late. Because
Well-
you're not a late guy.
No, well, I mean, I was 2 minutes late, and it was a location change at the last minute, which did feel like a power move, folks. But
Wow, yeah.
it was like, hey,
Keep
because
us off balance.
right? It's like when you read those little things about how to negotiate. It's like
Yeah.
speak very quietly.
Yeah.
Make them lean in. I was like, is she doing this to big league me right now? But I was
She's
like,
trying to help us with the pod.
I'm like, what's your end game?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you trying to negotiate? She's, nothing.
Nothing.
God, Tom, this is the guy?
The sandwich is on you, right? Though. It's a good sandwich. But so we have some suggestions. I think we've mentioned this lightly that we're going to be rebranding.
We're going to
the
relaunch.
pod, which is
in-
a scary thing.
At the start of the new year, and I want you guys to know you're going to be okay. All right? Nothing's going to be scary about this.
We're not going to show it up, and I'm going to have like weird all brown hair.
No.
Wouldn't that be a
that'd
crazy
fun.
rebrand?
That's the rebrand, is just our appearances. I'm like kind of steroided out of my mind.
You're absolutely yoked. I have jet black hair.
Listen, you guys, it's gonna be okay. It's not your fault either. We want them to know that.
Yes, mom and dad love you very much.
Yes, it's just we have to move.
We have to
We were
move.
talking about this. You should be good at breaking the news to them. You had to move what 11 times as a child?
Yeah, and it didn't have any damaging side effects. So I don't know if it was ever broken to me in a way that worked.
So you got a bunch of ways not to do it.
I know how to do this. Hey, pack your shit. We're driving 1,200 miles tomorrow.
But we're gonna basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna relaunch the pod, be a little more focused on certain segments. You know, zeros of the week,
Heroes of the
primarily.
week.
Heroes of the week. What we're getting better at, what we're getting worse at.
What we're getting worse at. And this is where we kind of need a little input
We
from the
need
folks.
your input.
Because we have a couple of names that we're tossing around.
Yes.
But I guess we got to give you a little bit of a glimpse into what we're thinking about. We mentioned we had a little pod a little while ago where we kind of broke into what our shortcomings are
Yes.
as a human
Yeah.
and how we're trying to fix those things. So we're like trying
I
to
got a
maybe,
good one to share after this, by the way.
gosh,
Let's go.
Tom. But we're trying to like share maybe a little bit more of that, or where we're trying to like keep it in the pocket or dial it in.
Yeah.
Personally, interpersonally, and what are
So we're not just calling out zeros in the wild. We're also calling. Sometimes the zero is coming from within the
call. The
building.
douche is coming from inside the building sometimes.
Yeah.
God damn, that's always a tough look.
Yeah, when you're lashing out at people and
When it's all
you
your
realize
fault.
It's all your fault.
Oh,
yeah,
it's the
sometimes.
worst.
Sometimes it is. So, ideas for names that we've tossed around.
Toning it down.
Tone it down.
Tone it down.
Tone it down is kind of my favorite right now. Sorry, we should be unbiased.
We should be unbiased.
Scratch that. Edit that out, Tom.
That's for business, Tom.
That's for business.
Wait,
Tom
we
later.
had tone it down.
Cutting
we
back.
had cutting back.
Zero of the week.
Zero of the week, I think, does have a good ring to it.
Well, I know,
though.
but I don't know if it has a ring to it because we say it every week, or if it actually does have a ring to it.
Tone it
You
down.
know who doesn't have a ring to him is Tim, because you won't get married.
An unnecessary shot from a friend. You never see those coming for no reason. That was crazy.
We talked about it right before
I'm
the
just
pod.
cruising down the street in Dallas like, oh, everyone loves the parade I'm at.
Lee Harvey,
Just head blown off all
paid
over the
for by the
Cadillac.
CIA. That's right. I'm a CIA.
An
operative,
absolutely
dude.
wild shot in the
I
middle
want to
of-
I want to go to a wedding in New Orleans.
Well, people get married there every day.
Do you think I could just go?
Yes. They second line down the whole street. Just jump in.
Okay.
Grab an umbrella.
All right. That solves that.
Toss some beads on. You'll be fine.
Great.
Fucking asshole.
Beautiful.
As we're talking about, like, where can we
Yeah.
fix our own behavior? Like, well,
Like,
Tim's love life stinks. This is the
I didn't say your love life stinks.
This is the second thing you've addressed about me wanting to be single, and now my
Oh, true.
Tom, what demon do you have inside of you? What line
Break
did
it
I
down.
cross?
Maybe I'm insecure because I'm in a serious relationship for the first time in a long time.
Damn, that he doesn't
I'm
tell anybody
projecting.
about.
I'm
Interesting.
what?
No one knows.
You don't know about it?
I know everything about it.
Yeah, what?
You keep it like kind of a secret.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't like airing everything on the pod. We can't have 2 million people listen to my love life every week.
That's only on episodes that get promoted by the algorithm. It's typically 7 to 750,000.
Yeah, yeah, 7 to 750,000.
Which is not that crazy to pump out.
Okay, fine. I'll start sharing more.
All right.
So the other night.
I don't believe you, but whatever, dude.
No, I won't. So, anyways, maybe it's
Back on track.
what was
Ooh,
what was
about
the one we
that
said
for a
right-
name?
Back on track.
That doesn't really flow.
Zero
of the week.
rails.
Off the rails. That's a little corny.
I'm just going with track. I'm like train.
How about
train
off the
track.
wagon and we just get hammered every episode?
Let's do that.
Bingo.
We used to do that.
We did it a few times. We never aired those.
No. We used to have a couple old
Boo
fashions.
hiss.
God, cat. How about fuck this
Seymour
cat?
Stinks? How about that name?
Yeah.
No, we're animal lovers here, but we're on a little bit of a rebrand. We're gonna have a little bit of a tone change, not change.
No. I think it's going to be, we don't want to scare you is what's going on right now, but I think it's going to be pretty much the same. We're just going to have guests. We're going to have famous guests.
Extremely famous people.
It's some of the most famous people you've ever met.
Are you familiar with Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
folks? Because he won't
First
be
guest.
here.
Nicolas Cage is being weird about it, if I'm being honest.
He's
But
being
I
a little
think he
cagey about it. Come on, Tom.
He won't, let's fucking go. He just won't look at himself in the mirror,
No, he's not willing to take a look inward. Most actors aren't. They're always trying to be somebody else.
Wow.
You know?
Spend your whole life trying to be someone else. You might not ever figure out who you are. You ever think about that, Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Come on, Nick.
I don't know. Is
Come
that
on
your?
the pod.
Are you yelling at your dad or Nick Cage right now?
Boy, do I not know. Spent a couple long nights with National Treasure 1 and 2 going, maybe he is my dad.
Fuck you, Nick. Don't know who I'm
His
yelling
name's
at.
Ben in the movie.
Uh-oh. Are you going to eat a wire?
Don't hit the camera.
do that.
Hey,
Hey, Seymour.
God, get over here.
Oh, and they don't really listen.
Get out. Oh, just kind of slammed him against the couch. My bad.
He'll be fine. He's a cat. But so we're thinking about some names. So we have what? Tone it down.
Cutting back.
Cutting back. Zero of the week.
week.
How about those are the three we're going to
Send
start
us
with?
feedback on those.
Or if you have a suggestion in a similar vein that we're maybe missing. And then so we're going to do a Patreon of where we're doing this. We're
gonna
riffing
keep
and raffing.
Just us with roommates-in-law going on a Patreon. So
And then
you'll finally have the Patreon. You can finally get your free hot dogs.
Everyone's been Jones. I get hit up every week. Tim, can I give you $10? And for 3 years, I've said no.
Wait, it's coming.
I don't
but
want
also, none of this is happening until 2025. So there's a decent chance we're in a full-blown civil war by then, and that'll be the least.
Yeah,
of our
then
worries.
it's more of a barter system at that point.
Yeah.
We'd love it if
It's
you'd
like
send
if you
us
could send
flour.
us canned goods.
three
'Cause your cash
mules
won't be
that
worth
have
anything.
strong legs,
be
and
big.
that's our subscription every single week. But we might start the Patreon early, so
That's true. Can be a little bit of a soft
keep
launch.
your buns listening for that one. But yeah, big business meeting. That
How do you think it went? Do you think we could hash this out here? I almost called you right after I dropped you off in my city car that you hate so much.
No, it's not that I hate it. It's just gonna hurt you. That's
You're
what
worried about
I'm worried.
Okay.
You're my
You're
friend.
being nice.
It's gonna
Okay.
hurt you.
So after I dropped you off, I go, I talked too much during that meeting. I almost called you and asked.
Tom, those are the meetings that I have. I don't know what's happening in those meetings at all.
Okay.
It just feels like, and I just am sitting there like, yeah, I don't know
you were
what.
zooted on espresso.
Oh, I was absolutely turned up on espresso.
You showed up looking a little bit crazy.
Kind of wired, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little like, I was walking really fast on the way there. So then I kind of clocked it. I was like, oh no, now I'm all like sweaty. But I never know what is actually, because it's one of those things where you're like, I'm in a meeting, but I don't know if anything's being said.
Well, yeah, it's like kind of, it's one of those meetings, it's kind of just to hold everyone accountable.
And that's
The
kind
whole
of
premise of the meeting is just, hey, we want to do this thing, but we have to tell people so that we actually do it.
and that's kind of after I was like, I think that's what it was just kind of like talk. Let's put it out into the world.
Yeah.
So then you do have to chase it. But I walked away from like, I don't know if anything was accomplished.
Yeah, I think so.
Did we
I
do-
took some. I took some notes afterwards. Reflected
you?
a little bit. Yeah.
What were those notes, if you don't mind me
It
asking?
was. I can tell you right now. It was relaunching 2025 Patreon soft launch. Before then, asked them for names. We already did all this, and then I think what I was going to call you about is I was like, I think it's a good intro to have someone that we can both collectively go, well, this person wants us to do this by this date. Instead of me being like, hey, Tim, do you think we should do this by then? Or you being like, hey, Tom, do you think you can get this done by then? It's more like, hey, we should get this to her by
you need we've talked about this. We both thrive on like having a coach that we don't want to disappoint.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that does make sense. Maybe it was a little bit of that.
That's the whole point of that, I think. Plus, I've been telling her about my podcast co-host, Tim, and I don't believe that she thought that he existed.
Well, it was weird. It was I showed up and like the the location got changed last minute.
Mm-hmm.
So my little fat cheeks are walking to the original locale. Okay, folks, it's been established previously that I was on, I don't know, 93 shots of espresso. So they go, hey, location change. This is where we're going. Gives me the new cafe name. I type it right into the text thread
Instead of Google Maps.
And I hit send, and I was like, that's not where that's supposed to go. And what I found was pretty interesting is you both like interpreted
I thought it was
that
a riff.
as like she was like,
Well-
I thought that was like some like weird like LA humor.
Well, because you said, good thanks, cafe, LOL. Then you said LOL.
And I didn't say anything after it because I was like, they probably know what that was.
I didn't know.
No one had a clue.
I was like, all right, Tim kind of threw one out already. Okay.
Okay, an off speed pitch
All
out of the
right,
gate.
Timmy.
Interesting.
Okay. Maybe
I
he's
literally-
a little tired. No, the opposite.
No, absolutely yoked out of my
He's
head.
basically on cocaine right now.
And I was like, well, wait, should I explain that? And then I was like, no, that would probably be weirder.
Yeah, and I'll see them in 8 minutes.
I'll see him in 8 minutes. And then
Yeah.
both of you had a weird misunderstanding of what it was. And I was like, so this is
Broke the
typically how I like to start meetings,
Yeah.
is that no one has any idea what is being done or said.
I like just kicking this off where no one's on the same page.
I do think I had the best lunch order, though.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
got
ordered a
messy
T-bone
avocado
steak.
toast. God, that would have been awesome.
Tom ordered a thick piece of beef with
I did,
avocado on
yeah.
top.
It was everyone gets their avocado toast with toast. It's better if it's avocado toast. You go sup. Can I do instead of sourdough? Can I do a New York strip?
Yeah, can you sub that with Wagyu? That'd be amazing if you could do that.
Yeah.
I did have the best order. I should have gone iced coffee.
You got a hot coffee. I knew that was a mistake.
Huge mistake.
Yeah.
And they didn't even put it in a glass where it like absorbs any of the heat. I couldn't even touch the glass. I got the hottest glass in New York. I can't even touch this thing for 35
That sucks
minutes.
so much. You're like, by the time I can take a sip of this coffee, we'll be leaving. And it's not a to-go cup.
It's done. I touched it. I was like, It's like when you touch like a hot stove.
Well, yeah.
Felt like a fucking idiot. I was trying to get more espresso in so I could have more flawless interactions with a person I just met.
I think it was good though. It felt good. It felt good to have a meeting.
Felt fine.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, let's. And it was. I guess you're right. It was a thing of like we got to put it out into the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. It was an in-person vision board, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially.
I think that's good.
I think it was good.
And then it's like it will hold us accountable because I have to then I'll get like this has happened to me with her. This is why I like working with her is I'll ask her about something else and then she'll go yeah we do this blah 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 and then by the way what about that other thing you said you were gonna.
And you're like, oh,
I know.
Shit.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
That's what we need.
It's the coach.
Yeah, it is the coach.
You need a coach. You need somebody behind you. That's why we talked about this. Like when it's hard to like work out, like the idea of working out at home, and it's like all you need is body weight exercises
I
at
know,
home. And
it's impossible.
But it's like I need to feel like shame in a group of people.
Yes.
To keep me motivated.
Yeah.
I need to be in the gym where people are like, he's not gonna.
I'm training for this marathon right now, and there's no chance I would be able to do it if my two sisters who gave birth in the last 18 months weren't doing this.
Yeah, weren't like kind of bullying you into it.
100%.
And not even like in an intentional way, but you're like, hey,
No.
I did my 9 miles today. And you're like,
Yeah.
shit.
All right.
Guess I'll wake up before
go
2
do
p.m.
it.
tomorrow and do it.
Yeah. That's the other reason why I slept so late today. I ran 17 miles yesterday.
That is a lie, folks. Hey, I thought it would be kind of funny. You know how people always share their
Look at that.
yeah, AI is an amazing thing, Tom.
17 miles. Dude.
Here's what makes me question: 17 on the dot.
I stopped. You think I was running further than that? I stopped at the second I hit 17.
What's the mile time? Average pace is 10:10. That's not nothing.
Well, it was not good. It was 8:55 until mile 13, and then I almost passed out.
Arm hair looks a little dry. That's what makes me question the whole thing. But, you know, so what is that? You're running a marathon, 17
what
miles.
are you talking about? That is literally just
Some dry ass arm hair,
that
guys.
is wet.
Shut up, Seymour. I think so. That's all kind of the amazing photo.
This is me right after. That's what I sent to my sisters. I was so.
But what's the deal
done.
with a marathon? You only have to be able to run 17 miles. Like you're kind of in marathon shape right now, right?
I don't know, this little plan they have me on. It has me going 22, like 3 weeks before the marathon. Which running 22 miles, that is a marathon.
Yeah, it's like I already did it.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it again.
yeah. I'm kind of pissed about that.
I always thought it was like 16 to 18 miles, and then you can do 26.
I don't know. I had a bunch of theories about this beforehand, but running 17 yesterday, I was like, I can't do 26.
Oh,
I could not have gone.
no, but it's the beauty. You're gonna have all these people around,
yeah.
and you're gonna
Shame.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
go there, still doing it.
These are all my coaches.
Yes,
And
I think
none
that's
of
what.
them think I'm going to be worth anything. I'll prove them.
No, you got them. So yeah, folks, that's what we're gonna be doing with the damn pod.
It'll be good.
It's gonna
It's
be,
going to be
I-
better,
I
honestly.
do
And we're going to
think
be a
it's
little more
gonna be
professional
good.
about it. Maybe the whole thing doesn't take place in my bedroom.
Or my couch,
Yeah.
or the internet while we're 700
Oh.
miles away. 700.
How? Okay, we rebrand, we relaunch in a professional studio. We got people pouring in millions of dollars into this project. How cool is it that you guys, those of you who have been with us from the beginning, you made it through a year, 2 years of a Zoom pod.
Zoom pod.
That's beautiful. We love you for
I
it.
mean, for the folks that listen through the Zoom pod years, we owe you our lives.
I mean, I'll do literally anything you want.
anything. If you're picking up a chair on the side of the road, Tom might drive over with
I'll
his car.
drive over and film it. That's what I wanted to do. And it could have been one of those cool shots where I'm in the car the whole time, so it goes with you.
I peeked up. I let the guns pop out a little bit when I was carrying
I
it.
had to.
I popped my
You got
little
a nice tan.
pop
going.
my little sleeves up.
You got the Italian side is showing a little bit to me.
Yeah, the boy gets a little dark.
Yeah, you gotta let the guns out a little more often because those are white.
Hey Tom, I'm not gonna take this from a man dressed in mostly pink right now.
Oh, what's wrong with wearing pink? What, are you afraid to embrace the feminine side of your?
No, it just
Self?
looks bad.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, it looks.
I wore this sweatshirt at the cellar like a couple weeks ago, and someone, I won't name names, goes, I don't like that sweatshirt. And I go, oh, okay. And she goes, I have seen you wear it before, and I liked it then, but I think you were fat then. And I was like, okay.
Folks, I'm absolutely jonesing for this
Thanks.
camera to turn off because I can't wait to hear who this was. I'm going to say I like the sweatshirt a lot.
Thank you.
I think the sweatshirt is heat.
I said, what the hell? And she goes, well, when you're fat. And I was like, I was never fat, all right?
That's where you took most of the issue.
I was like,
yeah.
I know I was a little chubbier.
This had nothing
in
to do with the
face, a little
sweatshirt.
rounder in the face.
Also, this is a new sweatshirt. You didn't just drop 40 pounds.
I met her 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm down like 7 pounds maybe. So either you're calling me still fat now, or
No, you know what this was? This is a person that just needed to get a shot in.
it's a little negging.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
She goes, but now you lost weight, you can't wear it anymore. It's douchey.
Oh, because like you're the guy that's in good shape and then you're mixing it up with like kind of a fun feminine sweatshirt.
I guess, but that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but you were a fat slob.
I was a huge fat
You were a
idiot then.
disgusting piece of shit then, Tom.
I was like, what is this?
It's the thing. We've talked about this in the past where it's like it can't be too put together.
Yeah, well, that's why you
that's where
have
like a
the
big
little shirt
yes
poking out.
That's where like a big part of New York is like people try to look like they're not trying, but in an incredibly thoughtful and planned way.
Yeah.
Which is
I've
kind
never
of
seen
hilarious.
more rich people pretending to be poor.
Pretending that it's like, oh, I just kind of schlubbed this together. And it's
Yeah.
like, you did not.
No, you didn't.
You want to see some schlub together, dude? I'll show you schlub
Come
together.
by my place around 12:05 p.m. and keep an eye on the coffee shop. Wait, this is my mental health update. My learning for the week.
Okay.
I forgot. I was gonna say it after. What were we talking about? And I was like, oh, I got a good one for after this.
Oh, well,
The rebrand.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This is a thing. If we're going tone it down, I got to tone it down on this.
Mm-hmm.
My anxiety has just been like baseline pretty high. And it's not the worst anxiety and it's not the dread anxiety that I've felt before. It's more of like, it's kind of like, unfortunately, productive anxiety.
Okay.
It's driving me to kind of get a lot done.
Huge.
Training for a marathon. Did this fun little taping this weekend. I'm getting stuff done.
Yes.
But my baseline, I'm like, it is bad.
Yeah.
So, trying to figure out why, whatever. I'm not doing a good job of living in the moment, being present.
Brother.
And I don't know if I've ever been amazing at that, but there's times where I am better at that. I get very nostalgic easily. I go, wow, how great is it that we're doing this?
Uh-huh.
You know?
You got to be a stoic about it. You got to really live in the moment, and it's so impossible to do.
Yeah, I mean, you were just staring 10,000 yards away.
You want to know what I was thinking
were you
of?
thinking about? Yeah.
I was thinking about how I only live in either the future or the present or the past. I only live in the dread of the future or the regret of the past.
I just got called out for this.
And I just stared off into the
You
nothingness.
were just doing it right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's so hard to do, and I think that's why people value it so much.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's an impossible thing to do.
There's, I believe you were living in the moment when you were hiking the other day.
Ooh, brother,
I? It's one of the only times that I just find myself almost 100% of the time is nature.
You want to know why, I think? And it's because we talked about this a little bit. It was such a hard physical task that you really had to. Like, your body switched into survival mode.
Yeah.
So you're like, whether I want to or not, have to live in this moment.
Well, you're not thinking about whether or not you're going to get booked at this certain comedy club in 6 months.
No, I'm like, I got to get this leg on top of that rock in a way where I don't tumble down a hill.
Yes.
God, I wish I lived in like the Middle Ages or something.
I do. It'd be so much easier. I don't know, have we talked about this? That's why I like camping, is because if you're camping, especially if you're like solo camping, you get to a place and everything is just task oriented until the end of the day. It's set up camp, find water, find firewood, now make your meal, then you have to clean up before dark, and then it's dark and you can't really do anything, keep the fire going, look at the stars, you're done.
Look out for a bear.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. There's nowhere in that is edit a clip.
Edit a clip. Am I being judged by my peers?
Yeah.
Do people respect me? Do I respect me?
Yeah,
none of that pops in. It's like
sometimes when I am chopping wood and I kind of miss and I hit the ground, I go, "Do I respect me?"
I don't. That doesn't deserve any respect at all. You're looking at the fish you caught, and you're like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I kept that.
This was like a big win for me.
God, cat is literally on your chair.
Seymour,
you can't eat this one. You choked on it earlier, dude. No.
Is this a regular thing, or is it just when we do the pod?
Well, he's obsessed with trying to eat these plants. Look at that tree, dude.
That one is like completely. That one is so fucked.
Get down. I saw you choke on this earlier.
Come here, Seymour. Dude, go see more of the rest of the apartment.
Let's
right?
go.
Come on, dude. That's not bad.
See less of us, dude. Get out of there. All right, we're not.
Whatever, dude.
Anyways, I realized I caught myself doing it in therapy today, which is pretty funny.
What, zoning out?
A little bit, but no, more so just explaining. It's like I kind of invented not being able to live in the moment. You know, you like describe it, but you're not clocking it.
Sure.
So I was saying how like I was in LA this weekend for 24 hours, and I got to see some great friends.
Yeah.
And I found myself like that night, like as I'm going home that night, immediately after, I was like mourning the time that I was spending in LA when I when I was living in LA, I was traveling so much. I was like here more than LA.
Yeah.
That I don't know, you know, like there was a lot of good times I missed out on with those people.
Sure.
And instead of just being like, how great was this night, I was like, damn, I wish I had done this more when I lived here.
Boy, look at all the things I missed out on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of enjoying
just being
that
like,
night.
It was a beautiful night, and we laughed and cried, and it was like so much fun, and it was beautiful seeing them. It gave me life. And then immediately I was like, damn, why didn't I do more of that when I lived here? And it's like, that sucks. And then I'm describing in therapy today, I was describing to old Cheryl about how I just have a lot to do in the next 2 weeks. And I'm like, if I can just get to like literally September 16th. And she's like, well, what do you have? I'm like, I got my sister's wedding. That's going to be awesome. And then I come back here to do a bunch of spots because I had already booked them. So I'm coming back to do a bunch of spots. And then I'm going back actually with Tim, and I'm headlining shows in Minneapolis. They're all going to sell out. They're going to be great. Throwing out the first pitch at the minor league baseball game. That'll be fun. Then we're going to my favorite place on earth for a week with 3 of my best friends. And then we're doing more sold-out shows in Fargo. And then I'm back here, and I'm like,
what about that was bad?
Just get through the next 2 weeks? What's wrong with you?
Right. It's like, no, it's like live in all of that.
Those are like all highlights.
Tom, I mean, you and I we are cycling in the exact same way right now.
Good.
Literally on my walk today, I was like, this is the life that I was striving for.
Yes.
I'm literally flying around the country to headline shows, being paid. I'm in New York.
Still in the sweet spot where you get to do it with friends, too.
Do it with friends.
That's going to be gone.
Spending time with, you see your peers getting the success of what we all like hoped for and were trying. This is the world I was shitting my pants to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being like, whoa, this fucking rules,
you're anxious
that it's
about
like heading in the right direction, that it's doing the thing that I hope it would be doing.
God.
I'm like, Seymour, I mean, we simply have to throw you off of a really tall bridge.
He just almost knocked the camera over.
Scratching his stupid head. But all of that, and I still find ways to be like, this is the hardest, worst part of my life.
Yeah. And just thinking like, just need to get through it
is insane.
So broken.
Is there a part of you that's like, you almost think you're supposed to be stressed out by the thing of it?
Well, the unfortunate part, I talk about this with Tucker a lot, my dear roommate and our good friend. It's like, unfortunately, a lot of the reason why we're able to get to achieve a lot of the goals that we set or do the fun things that we get to do is because it's driven by anxiety of not getting comfortable. But I think there's a level of like, yeah, you don't have to be like, all right, I'm doing this and I'm the king and now I've gotten to where I want to get to.
And just settle.
It's more like, how cool is this? What a fun thing to be doing.
Todd Barry's got the great joke
going.
that like put it perfectly, where he was like, he doesn't really like people that are goal oriented, because they always are like, yeah, man, once I hit my goal, I just go after my next goal. And he's like, sounds like a great way to never enjoy your life.
Yeah, that is.
Which is like 100% true. But this is where like the woods is going to be a great thing.
Yeah,
we got to do that.
Also, every part of it, it's like you're going to be there with me doing the Minneapolis shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's
fun.
2 best friends getting to do sold out shows.
Fun. That's
just a great time. That's not going to exist soon. We're not going to be able to do those together.
Right.
I mean, literally, us 4 all doing shows in Fargo is
never happen again. Yeah.
And it's like I was so grossed out by myself saying, I literally said it out loud to her. I said, I just need to get through these next 2.5 weeks. And part of that, it kicks off with, and this is gonna be tough because my whole family's gonna listen to this the day before this wedding. But the first thing I said was my sister's wedding, and she's like, well, is that going to be fun? I'm like, yeah, of course, it's going to be a blast.
Actually, it's going to be an
my
amazing...
whole family together for the first time this year.
Right. It's going to be like an amazing display of love and commitment.
Yeah,
she's
they
like,
get to meet the girlfriend.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. It's like, it's going to be amazing. I love their family so much. Like, it's...
That's where I'm like, is it just, do you get addicted to the stress, or do you just think like, I'm supposed to, and this is also like in a creative thing, like, oh, am I supposed to be like this?
Yeah,
is it a part
we're
of
not supposed to be tortured.
But there
I know
is
that's
like
part of
that,
the narrative,
that
but
like sexiness of it, whether you like clock it whether you're conscious about it or not. But it's like, can't it just sit and be like, this rules?
Yes. I mean, we should be able to. So anyways, that's a little taste of the rebrand. But I think this would be really fun to do with a whole bunch of famous comedians that aren't good at this either. Like,
right, that are also having the same struggle.
yeah,
and that
I think not just comedians. I think everyone deals with this. It's like the people I know that are the best at their jobs are also the most stressed about their jobs, no matter what it is. If it's sales or
I mean,
anything,
that just can't be the way we're supposed to exist.
yeah. So you have to find that.
That just can't be.
No, I think you have to find a medium where it's like you're able to view. Because I think the happiest I've been is when things are going well and I'm able to view that as work and not my self-worth.
I got you, yeah.
And then the second things start going bad up in the old dome, I'm attaching self-worth and career success.
Self-worth. Now there's a big part of this whole issue.
Maybe it's the pod name.
Damn.
Self-worthless?
Where's your self-worth at, dude? Let's name it something really, really long.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, how's your mental health?
You good, Tim? Let's just call it that.
Yeah.
You good?
You good?
That's actually not a
Good's
bad
not
pod
bad.
name.
You Up is already one, though.
Oh, is it? But that's
Yeah.
about, like, fucking.
Sex, I think.
Yeah.
Which ours is also so much about sex.
If you dive all the way into it and, like, really read between the lines, it is
it's
about
mostly
fucking.
about sex. Hey, guys, also, I just want to say Tim's love life is going great.
Yeah, I don't know
Before we leave.
I don't know what this has been.
I didn't say anything.
You were like, yeah, well, that's like
No,
deep
I'm going to
down,
edit those out.
You
so
want to
this
be?
is just going to seem like you're lashing out at me.
Oh God! All right, that's got to be an hour.
Yeah, that's an hour, I think, right on the dot.
We really got yelling at each other there for a minute.
That was good. I am. Tim's gonna be in Milwaukee this weekend. Why am I doing your dates?
I don't know. Hey, come on and see the big fat man. I'm going to be at the Laughing Tap this weekend in Milwaukee. Some are saying
Oh my god,
it's going to be a heater.
Milwaukee in Memphis.
Let's go. And then we're going to Minneapolis with the boy.
Sisyphus.
And then we're going to be in
Hey,
Fargo.
we just sold out Friday, and I think Saturday is done now too. Friday late show in Minneapolis. Please don't make me regret adding a late show because that's one of the easiest tough looks in the game.
The added show, tough sales.
Added show, no one comes. Because it's a cool look to add the show, and then it's like when no one comes, you're like, yeah, I guess 2 shows was just like the right amount.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't have done that third one. This is humiliating. I am going to be coming out to Sisyphus. I'm going to be doing so much crowd work. It's going to be insane.
In the feature spot.
I'm
and
going
I'll
to be
in the
talking to
back.
everybody.
There's actually going to be a camera on me seeing how I'm doing.
Oh, it's going to be a gay old
And then
time.
Fargo, North Dakota. I know we've got some people up there. Come on out.
That one's going to be a
Me,
wild
Timmy
one.
Asmus, and Alex Drzisevich.
You will never see a show like that again.
No.
Honestly.
It is for white dudes, and we are aware of that. And
Yeah,
that's
but
why
it's
you'll
in
never see it again.
It's in
okay?
Fargo.
Yeah, that's true.
Home of the white boy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's how we're advertising the show.
We got posters
now we'll
made.
find someone else to host it. And then where else are you going to be?
After that, I'm doing a little Detroit. I'm doing.
Let's go.
I got the big fat show. This is the end of the year, but I got the big fatty back in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Go up 337, folks. God,
rips.
what else? There's a bunch. There's some. Oh, I'll be back in D.C. We're getting Boston rescheduled.
Same.
Follow me on the damn internet.
Yeah.
I'm posting. Thoughts?
Chicago, I need you buying tickets October 2nd, Zanies, and then Phoenix. And New York is getting announced shortly. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say that yet, so I don't know why I brought that up. But
Edit that
follow
out.
us on the internet. We love you guys. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.